Boys, I'm here to tell you, I'm like a lot of y'all. I got deer in my yard tearing up my trees. So this is just gonna be a quick little, I don't know, little my version of a tutorial on what it takes, I think, in Montana to keep the deer off of your trees, baby. So let me show you what I like to do. On trees that are, these are Canadian cherries, these guys here. I don't remember what this is. But this dude's growing tall, so let me explain to you why I'm showing you these two. This is a little 4-foot or a 4-pole cage. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4 poles. And he's not touching anything, right? I got it a little too low to the ground. That's a mistake. This is some of my early work here. What I'm going to tell you is, when you put your poles in, you want to put them in kind of level. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Like you look at these other guys here. See how the tops of these poles are all kind of level? And the reason you want to do that is just run a level across these when you put them in there. Gives you the chance, when you're putting up this the wire here, to put it evenly all the way around. This is a 2x3 square. You see how it's kind of all at the top of the pole there? And that makes it easier to work on. The other thing is, how big a square we got here, or circle? So this is roughly 5 poles on a 6-foot circle. So this is about 32 inches, 33 inches around. Seems to keep all of the big trees in check there. So you want to keep the deer off, and you don't want the tree scrubbing against this fence. But how do you get in here to work on the thing? So the other thing I figured out is, you can probably see right here, I get these little hooks. And you just bend your fence. I don't know if you can see it or not. And all you're really doing is making like a little gate. So that way when you need to, you can get in here and work on your shrubbery. Otherwise, if you just wire the whole thing dead solid, you know what I'm saying? You can't get in there to work on it. You know, let me pull that. I can do it with one hand. See that? Now I can get in there, work on my shrub. And in the years we've been doing this, I've never had deer even one time, you know, open one of these or lean far enough in there to nibble up my trees. So that's my quick advice there. When you're putting them in, make sure that these are, the top of the post are level all the way around so that you can run your wire just like that, just nice and tidy, right up there on the post. Then it gives you kind of like a guide too, so you can see if they're growing good, you know what I mean? It's like, if you line these up so you can see the top of the wire, you can kind of see the tree growing out of it, you know what I mean? Gives you a good sense of what you got going on. Now these guys up here, these dudes are new plants. I believe that's a poplar. These dudes are poplars, I think. Yeah, poplar. How big is he gonna get? He's gonna be huge, boys. 75-footer. And then we put this little guy in front of it for color. That's a little maple, but he didn't get as tall. He is a little 50-footer. So in theory, once I get these caged in, these two poplars will be nice and big in the back. Kind of accent with that red maple in the front there. Should look cool. I got one more maple I'm gonna stick over here. Oh, man, I'm exhausted. I gotta get these dudes fenced up today. Got the posts in. They're all about the right height. And it seems to me, deer like to eat up to about a 5-foot level. So if you got trees, I'm doing a lot of landscaping back here. Let's not talk about this yet. But we just put this dude in. This is what's called a 2-inch caliper tree. It's because the stalk is 2-inch. Stalk, trunk, you know, this bit. That's 2-inch. And as long as you are above about the 5-foot mark we've determined to your lowest branches, the deer will leave them alone. But I was out here the other night, boys, and there was a little young buck out here chomping on my twigs. He's up here nibbling, and this is right at 5 feet. So I'm still gonna maybe put a little something around there, I think. These poles are about 32 inches out. I got 4 of them. And I think this time I'm gonna run wire, I don't know, maybe about mid 5 foot, little 3-foot wire, leave myself a little fence. And if you're asking what these I like a lot. You know, you get them old motorcycle straps laying around. Don't throw them away, boys, when they go to crap on you. Save them for your trees. Look at that. I'll show you another one. In fact, what I did on these, I ran out of old motorcycle strap. I come over to these guys. I went and bought brand new ratchet straps. Look at these. I cut these up. These are camouflage ratchet straps. It was actually cheaper to buy ratchet straps than it was to find more of that webbing. Look at them down here. So these are just ratchet straps I cut up into about, I think they were 18-inch pieces. And they're soft. They don't hurt your tree. They last outside for years and years. Because you don't want to wrap your tree with this wire. I mean, these are nice and soft and keep your tree nice and rigid. I don't know, some little trips of the trade. Trips of the trade. Man, I got to get some more sleep. Tricks of the trade. You trip when you fall in this hole over here. Look at this. We had so much rain, boys. Look at that. That's why I got a swamp over here. I'll get that fixed. So if you're looking for some ideas, that's what I'm telling you. Run your poles